What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. So I got another video by Jason Whitlock, Mina Kimes of ESPN, and Coach JB. Their beef goes seriously nuclear. So let's watch this video and see what they have to say.
JB, you and Mina Kimes to the ring. She's tapped in a few guys to help her out, or guys have volunteered. They've caped up and are trying to save Mina Kimes from. You pointed out some things about cover four. Anyway, JB, from your, we're, I think we're just midway through the fight. How's the fight going?
I don't know. It's a world, it's all eyes on me. Everyone's against me. I don't have a defense team. I do have some attorneys and stuff, but I don't have like a social media defense team like she does, obviously, in the Mike Golick Juniors, and obviously those are the Dan Levitard followers that they're all in the same little ring there. But it's ironic that like you have half of ESPN that I know and we're cool, and I've gotten text messages from some of our own colleagues. I won't divulge, but it's unbelievable. The laughing is actually at her, not with her, and I don't believe she realizes it. But the facts, Jason, that what you alluded to is how alarming social media is and how fake it is. It's not a real place because the former NFL players apparently and the people that work at ESPN, to take her side is a mockery, because not one of those guys that played, no, they know that she's wrong, and then now they've taken this thing so out of context, and then she shows like false allegations against me, that were totally like brought up, that were totally fake. Like, it's unbelievable. And that's what apparently I'm being cooked on social media for, because she showed a 6-year-old fake allegation, and it just takes it away from her and the question I asked. Jason, please get on the board and show me quarters coverage. And she goes immediately to that. That's the problem. That's how you know you won the whole thing. I don't need anyone else's support. It's clear, and it was a real simple discussion, Jason. I said, this is what beats quarters coverage. This is the weakness of quarters coverage, because she said, we all know quarters coverage, you just throw it deep. Well, literally, quarters coverage is to prevent deep passes. And so, like, that's all that I went on and said, no, you're wrong, and why ESPN allows this to be spewed out there. And for Dan and all these people to sit on the stage, Dan Orlovsky, everybody's sitting there and agreeing, it's just the joke of it all. And I'm like, come on, man, you guys know better. And so I had NFL guys on my show every week. I have a Super Bowl winning safety, Eric Weddle, Super Bowl champion, Sean King at quarterback. I think they know coverage. I've had Asante Samuel personally reach out to me and say, man, this is actually sad that they think we're laughing with her. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. So she decides to, cry like, oh, JB. And this is the problem with ESPN, because you have Mina Kimes sitting there. She apparently, NFL or college football, whatever, expert about this. I'm going to take JB's side because, yeah, he's going to know about coverage. He coaches football. What has Mina Kimes done? She hasn't even coached a lick of football. She just up there because ESPN, like, what is it? She's a DEI hire and goes, yeah, I can talk about all of this. Yeah, you're just a pretty face with DEI, and I do not defend her because she's even ethnically half Korean. And I'm just like, because of that, I'm not going to defend her, because besides being half Korean, she's, way off. And JB was just talking about, quarter coverage, trying to prevent the deep pass. But let's see.
JB, I think it's obvious. One, everybody knows who's got the bread, who butters the bread, and if you want to stay in the good graces of the bread and who butters the bread, you got to help them sell this whole feminist deal. You got to help them sell that Mina Kimes can talk football at the same level as men
Jesus.
and as former players.
Yeah.
And it's part of like a larger discussion we've been having today about like men, and again, I'm religious, but I'm seeing it from religious men. Like there's a frustration of pipe down, let men get back in control. Everybody can see the mess that feminism has created. And I see you as like, you're just downstream from this larger cultural, faith-based war that's going on. And it's reflected in the sports world where Mina Kimes and other women are sitting around in male spaces and men are pandering to them. And this is why I say, like, it's hard to have women on these shows because men act different. And I don't care whether the woman's married. I don't care whether the man is married. I don't care what. You put a woman on this panel, and if she's attractive at all, men are going to change up what they say, one out of flirtation, and two out of, hey man, if I don't support this, I'm going to cost myself some money. And so that's what I think you're dealing with.
And Jace, I've never attacked her. I don't know her. I've never attacked her personally. I've attacked the space you're in and the rhetoric that you spew that's false. And
are you sure
I've
you've
called
never
out,
attacked her, JB? I mean, JB, you've attacked me, and we like each other.
no, but not like personal. Like I don't go at your personal off.
Well, you could. I'd still like you.
Yeah, I know, but that's me and you. The same way with me. You can come at me too. I don't. People are too feminine and soft now that you can't have barbershop banter anymore in today's society. We grew up in a barbershop, me and Compton in a barbershop, only white dude arguing where you're damn near throwing fists about something and then going to the bar after and having a drink together. That is no longer the case. Now you pick a side and you have to stay there, or you're worried about what the homies and the crimies and all your buddies say back home. And now you can't go back there. It's a crazy space we're in. And all I'm saying is, why are you allowed to go on the biggest airwave in sports and ESPN and say things that aren't real or true? And then the backing that she gets from former players and people, it's alarming, man, that how feminine we have become. And I am a God-fearing man. I do walk by faith, not by sight. And I do understand that.
Hold on, JB. Hold on. And I'm glad to hear that. Love to hear that. Could you do a little less cussing then for me, please?
Yeah, not but, me. Cussing is like part of like I don't know any people that are real that don't cuss.
JB.
You know.
You think I'm not real? Is that
Stop.
What?
Stop. You cuss.
Occasionally, JB. I used to curse.
Says do not judge. He'll judge.
Yes. No. I never curse on the show. In private, I can't. I don't know if I curse in private. Not very. Maybe twice a week.
I got voice recordings of you. Every time you call me, I record it. So yeah. So here's the thing. I'll let him judge me. I'm not worried about anyone out here. I don't care. Just like the social media, Twitter gurus that want to go at me. I don't care. I laugh. Business is good, Jason, right now. Let me tell you, today we had 20,000 people on our show. I think it's a great thing. I'm gonna use a Mina. I'm gonna use Mina Kimes thumbnail every day. Mina Kimes thumbnail every day. Jason, here's the thing. Talk about the subject at hand, people out there. Don't talk about all this other stuff. You're bringing up all this other stuff. We already know. It's like Donald Trump. Newsom wants to deflect everything in California. It's Donald Trump's fault. But you've been the governor for how long? It's the same thing. You want to bring up, JB's over cussed at me on Netflix. Talk about what's happening now. Quarters coverage. Like that's good. It's trending, Jason. I was trending yesterday.
Oh God, no. Good old JB. Yeah, and that's what happens, you know. And ESPN, you have, you know, a lot of these ladies, and yeah, the NFL, they just pretty much, yeah, sign off on it. You know, guys that know what cover two or cover four or, you know, the gap block and to stretch, you know, yeah, but that's what happens. Sometimes, you know, when a woman comes into a man's space.
Because the quarters coverage, McAfee's talking about this. Everybody's talking about it today. So, like, bottom line is, talk about that. And Jason, why hasn't anyone accepted to come on my show and talk about it if you know so much? I've extended the olive branch to so many people. I extended it to NFL players that went and defended her. Everybody out there. I said, hey, you know so much on Twitter. Let's talk about it. Come on the show tomorrow. Oh,
did you invite Kurt Warner?
Kurt Warner did not defend. See, that's the thing. I talked to Kurt personally. I talk to Kurt all the time. Kurt did not defend her. People just don't understand the initial take of it. And now Kurt caught the back end of it, just like Asante Samuel. That's why he called me after the fact. People caught and took this narrative that she put out there that I said something that I didn't say. If you watch my clip, I said this is the weakness of quarters coverage. Not that you can't throw the ball deep at all ever against quarters. You could throw the ball deep against anything. She specifically said the weakness in zone coverage is throwing it deep. Jason, you and I know zone coverage is to prevent deep balls. It's not really that hard. And for the defense of
corners, and there's college teams that this happens, and sometimes in the NFL, you may have a corner that runs a 4.75 or a 4.8, and you play a lot of zone.
And you know, good friend of mine, Sheena Quick, goes out there and interviews J.C. Horn, and I talked to Sheena this morning. She asked a question to him, and he answered it exactly as I explained it. Quarters coverage is, you could get beat deep if the safety takes the number 2 receiver, and then it's one-on-one with the corner, and if you beat me, just like any coverage, Jason, any ball can be thrown deep. So she specifically said, Jason, take the whole shot versus quarters. There is no whole shot versus quarters. It's not cover 2, Jason, where the corner squats and you outside release and you throw it in the hole. Quarters is the corner bails out and the safety plays the run box. There's a huge difference in coverage. Just because there's 4 people on top, on the roof we call it, meaning 2 safeties, 2 corners, the casual fan thinks, oh, that's cover 2. No, it's not. There's a lot going on here in this discussion, and they took that and spiraled it into their own narrative, and that is where we are today. So the specific topic was the weakness in quarters is to take the flats. That's all I discussed. So now they're showing 2-year-old videos of Peyton Manning, attaching it to this discussion. They're taking Kurt Warner out of context on what he said. They're drawing concepts, Jason. I could draw 1,000 concepts to beat quarters. That wasn't the discussion. I didn't get up there to draw up plays to beat quarters. I went up there and said, you do not throw the ball deep when you get up to the line of scrimmage, Jason, and say, oh, Jason, we got corners. Let's throw 4 verts. That's what she said. That's not what you do. And it's asinine to even go up there on a major network and say it, and to have former NFL players as Dan Orlovsky and Swagoo and these guys sit there and just look like, you said, feminine. They're sitting there like, oh, my God, please, lady. And they won't say nothing.
Again, they're protecting their paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not defending that. I'm not defending that. I'm just telling you what they're doing.
Yep. Shout out to Whitlock. But yeah, it's crazy with ESPN. Even if the NFL guys on ESPN, knows, Mima, you're wrong, but I can't say nothing because I need to stay on this network, because they'll if you don't go with the narrative, what Mima Kind says, it's like, well, I can sit here and correct her, or I can keep my job at freaking woke ESPN, and that's just a effery and fuckery of this. So, yep. So it is what it is in this crazy ass world over, cover 4 or whatever. Jeez. All right. So if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe. And I'll see you in my next video.